All right, we are week 8, which is the last week of phase 2. Congratulations, man. I'm proud of you for getting to this point. Make this your best week up to this point, okay? Great week. Close out this phase strong. Close it out and know next phase you're going to be doing some different things, some different techniques and strategies that are going to be a little bit more challenging, but you're going to be ready for those. So especially if you have a tremendous week this week. This week, I want you to kind of go back through your journal, your notebook, whatever you're keeping up with, and look to see any weak areas, places you haven't made improvements, exercises you've been struggling with, and make those the focus this week. Focus on doing great in those exercises. If you've been doing okay, you've been doing good, make them great, all right? Put your mindset directly into those weak points, and let's bring those up this week. That way, next week, the start of your last phase, you'll be 100% ready to go. All right, that being said, let's get into this week's workouts. This week's workout number 1. Workout number 1, again, all supersets. You're gonna be doing reverse banded crunches. Reverse banded crunches. And this is gonna utilize a Titan set. You should be really familiar with how to do the Titan sets now and be getting a lot more comfortable with those. Seated knee tucks. Here's the thing. You're doing seated knee tucks. Also with Titan reps, all right? And yes, you're supersetting back-to-back Titan sets. So that's gonna be awesome for you guys. All right, and then banded wipers is gonna be next. Banded wipers, superset with step out elbow planks. All right, planks, almost misspelled that. All right, superset those together. And this is a great setup. So you're gonna really enjoy these. And when I say enjoy, I mean feel them. So you're gonna feel these working, great exercises, so make sure, once again, you're pushing yourself. If you haven't already tried to advance with your exercise times, try to advance this week. If you haven't already advanced with your rest, by cutting down on your rest periods between sets, try to do that this week. But the goal this week, again, make great progress. All right, now we're workout number 2 of week 8, dumbbell power sit-ups. Power sit-ups. You should be, like I said, really getting the hang of these. This is a CFV. So you're going to superset those with weighted decline sit-ups. Weighted decline sit-ups. And this is a Titan set. So superset CFV with a Titan set. All right, now ab wheel rollouts. Hopefully you can read my writing. I'm writing kind of crooked, it looks like. At least hear what I'm saying if you can't read it. Ab wheel rollouts, and again, another Titan set. Okay, and you're gonna do that with banded good mornings. We're really gonna hit that lower back after this ab wheel. Banded good mornings. All right. And superset those together as well. Okay, you're halfway through the week once you've completed these. Now we're going to get into number 3. Third workout of the week, leg raise with heels to sky. Where you at, man? Leg raise, heels to sky. All right, leg raise, heels to sky with Russian twists. Russian twists, hopefully you've been making some updates, upgrades to the way you've been doing them by adding resistance, lifting your feet, leaning back, adding a little bit more resistance each time. But really focus on progress with those Russian twists when you're doing those, okay? So the next one we're gonna do is banded knee tucks with CFVs. Knee tucks, CFV. And you're gonna do those with plate drags. Challenging here. And superset those together, and then you have one workout to go in this phase, all right? One workout to go in this week, and that's gonna conclude phase 2. So again, work hard, push yourself, challenge yourself. Med ball, toss up, medicine ball. Toss ups, CFV. So you're gonna do those with a contracted hamstring crunch. So, ham, crunch. Get those together, and you're gonna finish up with a banded eccentric crunch with a Titan rep, or Titan sets. Banded, eccentric, crunch, Titan set. All right, and dumbbell good mornings. So dumbbell good mornings. And superset those together as well. So the goal, the focus, once again this week is making progress, making improvements, making yourself better this week than you were last week, the week before that. And just continue to push yourself, challenge yourself, and compare notes, all right? Look at your journal. Make sure you're making progress from week to week with all exercises. So you are gonna have those weak points. It's part of it, part of the process. Some things are easier for others, and some things are more difficult for others. So whatever you've been finding more difficult, make it your priority this week to make improvements on that, okay? Make improvements, and again, you're gonna do great. This is a tremendous phase. So once you get through this phase, you're gonna be feeling better, looking better, be stronger. You're gonna have a lot of great benefits. That being said, that's all for phase 2, week 8, and I look so forward to introducing phase 3 to you. Now we're gonna do it's a banded crunch, but it's a CFV crunch. Basically, concentric force velocity. You want to breathe out, which is exhaling, as hard as possible, and contract as hard as possible on the way up. Squeeze that contraction before you relax it. You're doing this with a band, which is gonna create even more resistance. Here's the thing, when you're doing anything that is a CFV set, you wanna go heavier. You wanna really force everything you can into getting that contraction, all right? So I'm gonna grab the resistance bands way up here to create a lot of tension. So I've got a lot of tension there, and what I'm gonna do, my arms are even back. When I drive the crunch up, I'm forcing it up. I'm exhaling hard, exhaling very hard, okay? I'm getting that air out of my system and contracting my abs. So from here, my abs are, or my lower back is being pressed into the ground. My abs are contracted. I'm getting ready to exhale and I'm gonna show you how to do a banded crunch. All right, this crunch version, basically, let me grab the band over here. I'm gonna hold it, create a little bit of extra resistance. The cool thing about a band is you can create as much or as little as you need to by grabbing far back on the band. I'm way back up here. Boom, that's a lot of tension right there. A lot of resistance. So if you're going to crunch, that's a lot of tension. If you need to relax a little bit, grab a little bit more here, bring it up. Okay, this is a banded good morning. Banded good morning, you're gonna want to step right on the center of this band here, just like that. And a good morning is a lower back exercise. So basically what you want to do with this part is put it behind your neck, just above your traps. You don't really want to put it on your head, but a little bit on your lower neck here. Okay, and then get set up. Now that you're set up, basically what you're gonna do, I like to keep my arms crossed, and I like to you're actually gonna just bend down. You're gonna keep your core tight, and you're just gonna bend forward and full extension back. You can hold the band if you need to without lifting on it. Okay, these are banded lying wipers. So you've done seated wipers, lying wipers. These are gonna be banded. So you're gonna wrap this band around a fixed pole or something, and you're actually gonna place these above your knees, all right? Place them above your knees, come back here, and create tension there. I'm already feeling tension, and we're gonna go side, up, side. A contracted hamstring crunch. Here's the thing. When you contract your hamstrings, you turn off your hip flexors. That's the key. A lot of people that do crunches, a lot of people that do ab work for that matter, work their hip flexors far too much. So what we're going to do here is use a band to contract the hamstrings. By pulling back, my hamstrings are already contracted, okay? They're tense right now. I've already got work being done on my hamstrings. So from there, I'm just doing a standard crunch. Here, drive your heels down as well. You'll notice, again, to turn the hip flexors off right here, you contract the hams, and all of your crunch work is gonna be in your abdominal section. This is a dumbbell good morning. Dumbbell good morning. I like to hold the dumbbell straight up just like this. Keep it close to your body, and if you need to keep it down here, keep it down here as well. Whatever's going to be easier for you to support it. Basically, good morning, you're just bending over, all right? This is a lower back exercise, and it's going to contract your hams and glutes on the way up as well, but the primary benefit is to strengthen that lower back. So don't go too heavy, especially initially. So basically keep it close to your body, and all you do is keep your core tight and keep it locked in the entire time, and bend over and extend. One more. Dumbbell power sit-up. This is a CFV exercise, concentric force velocity. Basically, you want added resistance, and you're going to explode to the top of the sit-up position as hard as possible. And exhale forcefully when you do this. So basically, this is going to create really good power. All right, so what we're going to do in this sit-up position, you're going to keep the dumbbells here, and you're gonna thrust them up as hard as you can while bringing your body up into the sit-up position. Core should be tight here. You're gonna exhale forcefully, inhale right before you start. Good inhale, and then leg raise, but with heels to the sky. Almost 2 exercises in one. So the typical leg raise, you're gonna lie down, completely stretched out, hands to your side, heels off the ground. Make sure you're keeping your lower back pressed into the floor to help support the spine, all right? Now, instead of just bringing your legs back and down, that's a standard leg raise. We're bringing the legs up and then heels to the sky. So, up, high, high. This is a medicine ball toss-up, and this is a CFV, concentric force velocity rep. You want to thrust this weight up as hard as possible from the lying position, okay? You really want to forcefully contract the abs. Exhale while you do it. This is not a basketball. It's a homemade medicine ball. You can notice, you hear it. This is about a 20-pound ball. So you want to get a fairly heavy medicine ball when you're doing this, and you're going to really contract those abs as hard as possible. I like to start here, feet on the floor, and then again, you're going to exhale while you drive your body up. Your abs are going to contract, and you're going to throw this ball up in the air. If you're not coordinated, you don't need to let the ball leave your hands. I don't want this falling and hitting you in the face. All right, so I'll show you 2 different ways. Here we go. Here, get your mind right, and then okay, that is a concentric force velocity rep. Here's more of a plyo version. It's a little bit more of a power movement, but very similar. You notice my breathing. I'm forcefully exhaling when I do this. These are plate drags. You can do as heavy as you want on these. 10 pounds, 25 pounds, 35 pounds, 45 pounds. It just kind of depends on your fitness level and where you're at. Basically, you're going to be in a full plank position. You're dragging the weight across, okay? Let's get my plank position here. Feet are a little bit wider. I like to drive it out there, hands in. Hands in. A Russian twist. Depending on where you're at, you can, fitness-wise, conditioning-wise, you can keep your feet flat, lean back to initiate and create tension, and side to side. You can do side to side with your feet flat, adding resistance, dumbbell, weight plate, medicine ball, kettlebell, any type of resistance. As you get more advanced, lean back, bring your feet off the ground, and still side to side. Okay, these are step out elbow planks. So I'm going to do an elbow plank. You're going to do standard elbow plank just like this and step out, back. Opposite side, back. All right, this is an ab wheel rollout, but utilizing a Titan set. So basically the Titan reps. You've got two different ones. You've got a 5-second eccentric and a 7-second eccentric. Eccentric meaning the stretching phase of a muscle. So for this one, when you're taking the wheel out, that is stretching. Then you're going to contract up forcefully. So you want these explosive contractions. You want to explode those contractions, really focus on exhaling when you're getting into that concentric contraction, and then 5 seconds on the stretch. That's what you're going to do for each of these reps. So show you what it looks like. Basically, ab wheel rollout. Keep your core tight when you're doing these. One thing I do want to mention, you don't want to use your arms here to pull the weight back up. If you're doing that, you're working your lats. That's a standing lat pull down. That's what you're doing. You actually want to remain pretty fixed and crunch your abs back. You're extending forward by stretching your abs, and you're forcefully contracting your abs on the way back. All right. So let's go 5-second eccentric. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Breathe out. Contract. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a reverse banded crunch, but we're also utilizing a Titan set. So Titan sets are eccentric reps, 5-second eccentrics or 7-second eccentrics. Okay, so basically we're gonna wrap this band around a fixed position. And the goal here, when you're doing these, is we're gonna start with a 5-second eccentric. Eccentrics meaning the stretched phase. Anytime you're stretching your muscle, you are creating an eccentric contraction. When you're shortening the muscle, that is going to be let's get this set over here first. When you're shortening the muscle, that's going to be a concentric contraction. All right, so basically what we're doing here, I've got the band wrapped around just above my knees, if you'll notice how I did that. And this is a reverse crunch. But the Titan part of this is the 5-second eccentric. So basically what we're doing is bringing the weight up and taking it down in 5 seconds. You're taking it down slowly. Up, slowly, all right? So let me show you what this looks like when you do a concentric contraction, getting your knees close to your chest on a Titan rep. You want to do it explosively and then 5 seconds to lower the weight. So hands either to your side or behind your head and breathe out. You're going to exhale on the concentric contraction. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. 1001, 1002, 1003. These are seated knee tucks, but utilizing a Titan rep, all right? So Titan reps basically are 5-second eccentrics. You got 5-second eccentrics and 7-second eccentrics. So what we're gonna do here with the seated knee tuck is 5 seconds to extend your legs out. So you're going to contract all the way up, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, full extension, and then forcefully come back, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, contract, 1001, 1002, 1003, then 5 seconds, and then contract again, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. You'll notice I'm at full extension here. That's what you want to do. Get those feet all the way out, get your upper body back as far as possible, and forcefully contract the knees back to your chest. Contract, blow out, and really hold those abs tight. Then nice 5-second eccentrics. This is a weighted decline sit-up. On a decline bench, and we're gonna do a weighted version of it, but we're doing a tightened rep. So tightened rep are either 5-second reps or 7-second reps. I'm gonna demonstrate a 5-second tightened rep. Basically, all that means is we're gonna start on the bottom of the bench. We're going to forcefully exhale our air and contract our way up to the top. Then you're gonna lower yourself down for 5 seconds. 5-second cadence, and then forcefully contract yourself back to the top. And you're gonna do that for every prescribed rep. All right, so we're gonna start down here. And again, you can use dumbbells, a weight plate, or whatever else you need for resistance. I've got a single dumbbell here just to demonstrate how this works. You're gonna breathe in, get a nice good breath, and you're gonna exhale on the way up explosively. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005.